If somebody is doing something that is useful to the rest of society, I think that's a good thing. Like, it doesn't have to change the world. Like, if you're doing something that has high value to people, and frankly, even if it's something, if it's like just a little game or some improvement in photo sharing or something, if it has a small amount of good for a large number of people, I think that's fine. Like, stuff doesn't need to change the world just to be good. My advice, if somebody wants to start a company, is they should bear in mind that the most likely outcome is that it's not going to work. And they should reconcile themselves to that strong possibility. And they should only do it if they feel that they are really compelled to do it. The way starting a company works is, like, usually in the very beginning it's kind of fun, and then it's really hellish for a number of years. The odds of you losing the money that you've invested or your friends have invested is pretty high. I mean, those are just the basic facts. If you don't mind things being really hard and high risk, then starting a company is a good idea. Otherwise, it's probably unwise. And will certainly stress you out. So I think you have to be pretty driven to make it happen. Otherwise, you'll just make yourself miserable. Really liking what you do, whatever area that you get into, given that, even if you're the best of the best, there's always a chance of failure. So I think it's important that you really like whatever you're doing. If you don't like it, life is too short. I'd say also if you like what you're doing, you think about it even when you're not working. It's something that your mind is drawn to, and if you don't like it, you just really can't make it work, I think. When you're building something new, there's going to be mistakes. Yeah. And it's important to recognize those mistakes, acknowledge them, and take corrective action. Okay. And the success of a company is very much more about how quick are you to fix the mistakes, not will you make mistakes.
Or admit the mistakes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you see the difference between a startup that is successful and one that is not, and it's because the successful one, they both made mistakes, but the successful one recognized the mistakes, fixed them very quickly, and the unsuccessful one tries to deny that the mistakes exist. Yeah, it's not like I like failure. Who likes failure? It's terrible. But if you only do things that are certain to succeed, then you're only going to be doing very obvious things. I think it's very important to seek out, to actively seek out and listen very carefully to negative feedback. And this is something that people tend to avoid because it's painful. Yeah. But I think this is a very common mistake, is to not actively seek out and listen to negative feedback.
A well thought out critique of whatever you're doing is as valuable as gold. And you should seek that from everyone you can, but particularly your friend.
If you're creating a company or if you're joining a company, the most important thing is to attract great people. So either join a group that's amazing, that you really respect, or if you're building a company, you've got to gather great people. I mean, all a company is a group of people that have gathered together to create a product or service. And so depending upon how talented and hardworking that group is, and the degree to which they are focused cohesively in a good direction, that will determine the success of the company. So do everything you can to gather great people if you're creating a company. You should hire people that are also passionate about what you're doing. So it's not just that they're not just there for salary, that they really need to care about what they're doing. And then they will stay during the dark times.